Hey, what is up YouTube? Andrew Rooney here. We are back with a PayPal request. Now this is for my good friend Suzanne Lash. She's simply put here, another collision of the greats, YOYOKA and Led Zeppelin. Enjoy everyone. Now I did this song, this is Achilles' Last Stand by Led Zeppelin. I did this back in the day when I first started doing these videos, and every Led Zeppelin song was absolutely fantastic. It was so good to go back to a band that I just missed along the way.
How dare you?
Of course, I had heard of John Bonham. I had heard of Led Zeppelin. Really well aware that John Bonham's absolutely legendary drummer. It was just a band I didn't listen to for whatever reason. So I am delighted to check this one out. Now, from memory, it was a while ago. This was quite a long song, so it's going to be really interesting to see how YOYOKA tackles such a big song. Thanks again to Suzanne for all the continued support. This one is a PayPal request, but Suzanne is also a Patreon member, and she's also got my mug, which is currently full of coffee. Got my headphones ready. Now what you need to do is accent that subscribe button, tap the like button, and let's get rolling. Need a coffee for this one. How long is this? 10 minutes. Wow. Now, what's already standing out to me, I'm already sort of aware of the level we're talking about with YOYOKA because she's just so impressive and the playing is just at such a high level. Snare tone sounds really different. I think it must be a different snare. It sounds really raw, put it that way. It sounds really raw. It sounds quite a different sound. It's not sort of the muted tone that I'm used to from her. And the other thing that really stands out is how high she's sitting. It's a little bit of a jazz thing, actually, to sit really high and sort of your feet are floating on the pedals a little bit. And what I want you to check out is keep an eye on her right hand here. I'm going to back it up just a little bit. And you know what? I'm going to slow it down. She's got something that is very enviable. She's got a really nice, natural, flowing, that kind of motion. I don't know if anyone's seen Karate Kid, the original. Not the remake was awful. If you watch that original Karate Kid, Miyagi's got him doing this motion.
Wrist all in the wrist, tie up, down, long stroke.
That is the motion we want when we're playing the drums. Just that real smooth motion. I've slowed it down. Check out the right hand here. Just watch how smooth it is, really effortless. And obviously changes when she does those little hi-hat barks. Now, it might seem like a nothing little thing. It's actually quite difficult to teach. It's not difficult to teach. It's difficult to let students know exactly what is required to achieve that level of smooth flowing motion. You need to practice a lot. It's a lot of practice. Everyone comes into lessons playing like this. And you can play like that with some things, but you're much better doing this, and your body's going to thank you for it later on when you're not injured. It's just so accurate as well. That's a good example there of what I refer to on my video where I talked about why is John Bonham such a great drummer. I talked a lot about the finesse he has. I know this is YOYOKA doing a John Bonham part, but Bonham's parts, there's a misconception that he was just a banger. That, oh, yeah, man, sledgehammer, right foot, which I guess he did have. But, wow, that Bonham, he hits hard. Yeah, he hits hard, but there's also a lot of finesse in there. There's a lot of dynamic range. That's why Bonham sounds so good. Why does Fall in the Rain sound so good? Why does, all of it. What is the one I'm thinking of? When the Levee Breaks, why does that sound good? It sounds good due to the internal dynamics. And it's really easy to think, you go to the ride, playing the hi-hats, playing the ride. There's more to it on that. Whereabouts on the ride? Whereabouts on the stick? Are you hitting with the tip of the stick to try and get the ping, ping sound? Or are you hitting with the shaft to really wash the stick? Or are you hitting with the shaft to really wash the cymbal? It's I wouldn't say there's a lot of conscious thought in the moment here, because that's already been worked out. You just know the sound you're after, and you know how to access it. Just such an impressive young drummer. It's incredible. Such a killer film. Really cool. Okay, I'm just going to stop it there. This is a good thing for students to always remember. One of the most common questions I get as a drum teacher is, what's the best grip? French, German, trad. What's the best way to hold the sticks? There is no best way to hold the sticks. Whatever works for you. Now, all of the action and all the cymbals that she was accessing over to the right, hopefully my hand's in the shot here. Depending on what cymbal I'm hitting, it's a different grip. You don't just learn one grip and then, I've mastered French grip. Now I'm just going to use French grip forever on the drum kit. That's a little bit more applicable to like one surface, like a snare drum, or even then you wouldn't do that. But it's a misconception that you got to find the right grip. On a drum kit, you're hitting multiple surfaces with different force. Floor toms are loose, snares are tight, things are on different angles. You just need to logically access everything a bit more elastically than that, and a more elastic thinking than one size fits all, and you just practice that. No. Drum kits, different surfaces, different heights. You're going to need all the grips, really. see she's concentrating on the song. You can tell. That's a difficult section. I think if we zoom out a little bit and sort of look at YOYOKA's playing here a bit more sort of holistically at the whole thing, I think what completely blows me away with her is how consistent and how good the time feels. So these fills are often in a different subdivision, either 8th note triplets, 16th note triplets, to, you know, the general feel of the song. But she gets back to business in the groove so cleanly. It's like there's been no disruption to the groove. So much harder to do than you think. If you think it's easy, record yourself playing through different subdivisions and you'll hear how shaky it can be. Ballad and flat off the right there. That was really nice. Just a really simple fill, but just executed really flawlessly. I'm just going to back that one up. That was tasty. So simple. So effective. That's what I mean. Back to the groove. Those hi-hat barks on the really cool. It's what a big band drummer would do. Pocket here is fantastic. disco beat here. Such a killer song too. What a cover, eh? There we go. There's the wave. Till next time. Wow, she bit me this time. Oh, yep. Another just terrific cover. This one's a little bit different for me because it's so long. It's just it's a long period of concentration for any drummer, let alone a young drummer. It's just a long period to be in the pocket and burying a track like that. It's just super, super impressive. You know, I think she could do a Nandi, and dare I say, she could jump up and do a really good rendition with the remaining members of Led Zeppelin. She would do herself justice. As always, YOYOKA has just completely blown us away. Suzanne, I hope you dug this video. I hope you are drinking your Drums and Coffee mug along with me. And guys, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.